welcome to another episode of Closet Talk. So yeah, we're just gonna, it's a lot going on, and I did this video already, but I had to redo it because a lot has happened in the last 24 hours, people. So we're gonna start with Bobby Valentino. So if you guys don't know, the slow down singer, Bobby V, who is actually shorter than me. A lot of you guys who have met me know that I'm pretty goddamn short. I'm 5'4", so I'm pretty little. But I've met him before, and he comes to like here. So he like 4'11", I don't know. But he solicited a trans girl on Backpage. And if you don't know what Backpage is, it's where all, you know, the men, the women, the trans girls, the non-binary, they all go to sell the wolf. And whoever wants some for, you know, a small donation can, you know, get some. So he solicited this girl and he didn't pay her. So she took it upon herself to record his ass hiding behind his pants so we can't see it's you looking like a goddamn Groundhog's Day fucking muskrat behind them damn pants. And then she left and she's still recording. That's Bobby V, y'all. It's Bobby V. You forgot your shoes and your keys. Call me when you got my money and get them back. So she decides to put it out there. So Fameless, the blog, which is a very, I will say, Fameless don't really post, if ever, anything that's not true. Industry on Blast, the other hand, they do. And they're the ones who actually posted it first. So a lot of people were saying, this is how trans girls get killed. They trying to put people out there. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he tricked her. I mean, she tricked him. Let me explain something to y'all who just don't get how the world is today. Dressed like this, I get hit on by men, okay? And they are very aware of what goes on between my legs. And I'm not even trans, okay? I'm just a little gay boy who could be Prince's son at some point. This is what they're into. He purposely went on Backpage and went to that section because he was looking for something in particular. And based on his stature, he probably was bent over like a good old, just a big old woman. So my whole thing is, you know, although I feel like exposing somebody ain't never really got you nowhere, so I guess. And then this bitch top of, she made a fan page, you know. So when girls do stuff like that and then they start to feel themselves, or, you know, my life is good. Girl, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. First and foremost, it was Bobby Valentino. You didn't do it to Jay-Z. You didn't do it to nobody with any clout. The last hit that Bobby had, I think I was still in high school, okay? So therefore, no, okay? So she's feeling herself because it, like, today, nobody cares, okay? Which brings me to my next subject, which is Little Duvall. Now, I personally am not a fan of Little Duvall. I remember him being on Comic View, and I used to be like, why is this little boy with these big ass clothes on? He had on like the short pants where they long as fuck, but they stopped like shy of the ankle. But he did an interview calling Janet Mock, who had just appeared on The Breakfast Club, a nigga bitch, you know, all types of stuff. That's not, because it was a hypothetical question about what would you do if you was having a girlfriend for the last 6 months and then it came out that she used to be a man. He may saying, or she gonna have to die. Now, a lot of people gonna say, well, he just said his opinion and, you know, it was a joke. He's a comedian. But the thing is, everybody doesn't find all jokes funny, and that's why we have this thing called a respect level, and we have this thing called a limit, because the limit can be reached depending on who is who. And what a lot of people don't understand is that there are women, especially in the trans community, who are being killed by an alarming rate. Like, it's ridiculous. So for him to say that in a jokey manner is not funny. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not funny. Just like somebody say, well, I'll Bill Cosby that bitch. It's not funny because, yeah, no, it's a little too soon. So people were upset about what he said, which made the most sense because you have a program that's for the urban community, which is usually the urban community is built up of a group of minorities, and minorities are the main people who have been through the most adversity when it comes to being not treated equally. So you have a woman like Janet Mock who is trying to make sure that the trans community is seen as people, not as objects. And you have her on your show. She makes a great point, and then you bring this asshole on your show because Charlamagne's trying to be cool with his friends who clearly can't get booked anywhere instead of his fucking buttfuck Georgia where nobody is. And he makes this in order to get his name in the news, and then you say very derogatory things that not everybody found to be rude and disrespectful. Some people found it funny, other people didn't. But what you have to understand is that we all, gay, trans, black, white, there's still a group of us, and they're more so than other, but there's a group of us who have been through a lot of shit where we felt slighted by people who look at us a certain way because of who we are as an individual. But the problem that I have with this is that people are going to say that it's okay until it's them. Nobody gives a fuck until it's them. When your feelings are hurt, you want the world to stop. When it's somebody else, then it was funny. Just like when I tell people, you have to be careful about how you talk to people, because at the end of the day, no matter what you feel about them, that's still someone's child. And if you have a child, or if you have a cousin, if you have a brother, and somebody said something out of line, and because of who they are, whether it be their sexual orientation, their size, their color, their race, that's offensive to a group of people. So you can't sit up here and say, well, people, these trans bitches need to just get the fuck over it. It was a joke. And if you're gonna be part of this world, it was a joke. And I always use this as an example because it still stands true. If you, as a person who's a minority, and somebody calls you a nigga bitch and you don't like that, you better remember that's how the fuck they feel. Well, that's hate speech. Well, that's considered hate speech in somebody's eyes too. So that's why it's just best not to say it, because it can turn around and be a really big issue. So I personally don't say certain shit because I don't want nobody talking to me or my granny or my sisters like that. It's a common thing, but people find, we look, because here's the thing, let me just keep it real with y'all. Gay people, trans people, anybody who isn't straight, we're the freaks. We're the outsiders. We have something wrong with us. Then we have a mental imbalance. Something is clinically wrong with us. It says in the Bible. It's all of these things to try to justify someone's hate for a group of people. And my problem with this is, simply say you don't like us. Simply say you don't fuck with us. Simply say what you do, I don't fuck with. Don't use all of these excuses in order to perpetuate the hate that you have for a group of people that you really don't understand and you don't know, and you want to sit on that. You claim to be so real, and you claim to be, just say that's how you feel. I don't think that trans women are women. I don't feel like this is that, because I'll say it with the quickness. I feel certain ways about certain things, but at the same time, everything that I personally feel doesn't need to be said, because what I don't want to do is alienate or make a group of people feel as if they don't matter because of my personal, like everything that I feel, I don't say. I have a lot of strong feelings about certain things, but I know those feelings can trigger some people who may necessarily feel away. And my intention is not to disrespect a group of people that I may not simply understand. That's not my point, because I know how that feels. So I'm just simply not going to do it. People don't have empathy for no one, but they want sympathy from everybody when it's them. You can't pick and choose when to be nice and not to be nice. Or because this group of people doesn't look like me, then fuck y'all. But when it's me, I want all y'all. I want all the trannies, all the faggots, all the black ones to come and march with us because we want to have, but then you do this. So that's why there's such a big divide in the black community and the gay community, because this is what we deal with. We have people sprouting off at the mouth, shit like that. So when people ask me, it seems like you're very hard on the black community. I don't understand why. Or black women. Well, I'm black. My mother's black. My sisters are black. My grandmothers are black. So I'm speaking from a point of view of where I've looked at women. I looked up to them only to be let down by them. You get what I'm saying? So I'm only speaking from, I can't tell you about how it is in Asian culture because I'm not Asian. So unlike a lot of motherfuckers on the internet, I simply don't speak from a point of view that I've never been. I'm not going to tell you what I should have did or how it is. I don't do that. You get what I'm saying? So I stick to myself and to give you I don't talk about shit on this channel that I ain't never went through. Unless I say, unless, maybe, then I'm speaking from a sort of kind of way. But most of the time I speak my truth and what I know. And what I'm saying is not the truth. I'm sure about 10 of y'all can agree with what I'm saying right now. So that was an issue. People are saying, oh, well, she shouldn't have, back to the Bobby Valentino situation, she shouldn't have put Bobby Valentino. This is how people, get killed. And this is how these trans girls, let me tell you something. Whether you're trans, black or white, cat, man, dog, if I contract you for a service and I don't get my money for the service, we got two options. Either we can fight it out or I could beat the shit out of you. So I also might possibly be going to BeautyCon. I'm gonna see if I really want to go, but if I do go, I'll let you guys know, because I would love to meet a lot of you guys there. I told you guys I was gonna start doing more meet and greets, because I meet a lot of you guys out in everyday life. But BeautyCon is August something, so I'm gonna see. I got an email about it, so I'm gonna see if I want to go. But if I go, I definitely will let you guys know. So Amber Rose had made some not so nice claims. Pretty much, she did an interview saying that because she was pretty growing up, she got treated a certain way, and a lot of people took what she said completely wrong. And I get what she was saying, but her delivery was absolutely terribly stupid. And then on top of that, we've seen pictures of Amber Rose when she was a kid, and she was not the cutest. Let's just say that. So I like Amber. I love the slut walk. I understand that. But when all is said and done, I feel like in the last about year and a half, 2 years, Amber's attitude has definitely turned me off of her. Like, I remember I used to really like her, and now she just gives me a very entitlement. Like, I'm pretty, I'm a stripper, I do this, the slut walk, girls want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole thing. I think, like, she speaks a little bit too much, and it don't serve a great purpose for her. Sometimes shutting the fuck up is, like, the best fucking thing you could ever fucking do. Just shut the fuck up. So, I just think, like, I get, like, I think, because people want to say, people are so sensitive today. They are. Because I say a lot of things that people take the wrong way. But I think is you have to be smart about what you say, too. Because you are conveying this to a group of people who are going to misinterpret this in about 50 different ways. And there are most people who just don't like you that's probably going to be under this video that have something negative to say just because of the fact that they don't like you. That you can say everything right, they're going to still find something wrong. But I feel like she has a legion of people kind of looking up to her, and she is considered a celebrity now. Although the word celebrity is so distorted, but she should watch her mouth. That's all. She should just watch what the fuck she say. Well, not even what she say, how she say shit. Because you can get your point across without coming off like, you know, I was the baddest bitch in Philly, and then like girls, like I was really like bad. And I'm like, not with those waterfalls she had, girl. I don't know. I'm sure they were popping for that time, girl. But we've seen Amber. She was an ugly duckling, and then she turned into the Amber Rose. And not to say that we all have had those moments, but it's like she's trying to make herself out to be like, I've been bad all my life. I've been like, Beyonce's been pretty all her life. I've never seen a picture of Beyonce where her hair, yeah, but her actual like being as an individual, she doesn't look any different. She grew up. Like Kelly was funny looking. And I think it's because of her, because she had those braces, or maybe, but even Latoya Luckett, she still looks the same. Latavia too. You know, so there are certain people who have been beautiful all their life, and then there are people who get older and they start to understand what contouring and highlighting is, and they start to understand how certain things look on them. And that's who Amber was. But that's 90% of America. She's trying to make it seem like I was just a bad one, and bitches just couldn't take me. And I'm like, so Kevin Hart's ex-wife had a lot to say. She said, bitch, before or after the surgery. Just saying, you know? So, Amber, just watch what the fuck you say, baby girl. That's all. Just watch what the fuck you say. So, Fox Doodle Brown, Boogie Brown chick decided to put up a video in Moschino rapping to a song. I guess it was a diss about Remy Ma, but she didn't know the words, and she looked like she was high on something, some bath salts, and everybody clowned her for it. I sure in the fuck did, because I'm like, I don't understand why in the fuck she decided to do, like, girl, nobody cares. The last time I seen Foxy Brown, she looked like, girl, that weave was as dry as the Mojave Desert. That outfit was as brown as a diarrhea-stricken child. And I'm not one for weight shaming nobody, but we remember what Foxy used to look like, and we remember what she looked like now. And you shouldn't wear certain things when your body is not summertime ready. Okay? If the body's summertime sadness, we're gonna put a sarong or something on, girlfriend, but we're not gonna do that. Boo. So, I got a little time left. So, I'm just going to kind of give you my opinions about this season of Love and Hip Hop so far. I love Masika. You guys know I love me some Masika. And when I was doing my reviews, you guys know I started off, I didn't like her very much. I didn't know her, so I didn't like her. By the end of the season, she was legit my favorite person ever. Because she's so ignorant. She's my type of ignorant. But Hazel and that weave, I can't. And this, I'm doing my, bitch, you're a scam artist, Erica. No. I like Hazel's new nose. I'm not really caring too much for her hog body. Like, I don't know what it is now. It seems like when girls get surgery done, they get it done, but the body looks like they just wrapped a piggy in a blanket and sewed it up, and then they're gonna put a waist trainer. So your stomach is flat, but it's still, it's no definition. Like, your body fat is still what it was before the surgery, but it's just flat now. So you're still fat, you're just flat and fat. So you just look like Missy in the Rain video with the, that's what she giving me. Tiara too. The new Alexis Sky, I just feel like, why would you come on a show with a dude's baby mama that you used to fuck with, and you trying to pretty much piggyback off of her? Like, regardless of how you feel about Masika, she still has been there since season 1. Alexis, however, is only on the show because of their dealings with Fetty Wap, and that's why she wanted to be on the show, okay? I won't be talking about Lyrica and A1 just because I know them, well, I used to know them, and I don't, girl, no, I'm not even gonna waste my time on that fake shit. But who else? Moniece. I love Moniece. She's ignorant just like I am, so I love her. Nia, of course, I love. Zell Swag, the stylist, like Ray said, girl, he is greasy and dirty, and he is giving you Skid Row tees. If you're from LA, you know that's where all the bums kick it, and he looks like he had made a little departure, got a little money, and now he's feeling himself. He's the type of person that I hate going out, because when I see people like that, I'm like, you don't even have a mail in address, and you talking about how lit you are. Yes, honey, you are lit on the unemployment line, bitch. Lit. I don't know, this season just seems like it's going to be very interesting. This seems like the best season thus far from the previews. So we shall see what happens. But make sure you guys visit me on Instagram, like I said once before, to get my commentary about the new episode that's coming out. And I'll do this every Monday if I'm available. If I can't do it, or for whatever reason on Monday night, I'll put it on my Instagram and let you guys know as to why and what day I'm gonna put it up. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and oh shit, I will catch y'all in the next